everybody. This is SoFloDining, and today we are at Mariachi Restaurant, and we have the owner here, and his name is Marko, and we have Chef Dan at the table, and we're going to have a conversation.
Perfect.
So, how long have you been in business?
Well, first off, hi guys, my name is Marko Milano. I am the owner of El Mariachi along with my family, which we currently have my mom and sister still involved as well. We've been in business for 30 years, and in a few weeks it will be 31 years. So we're really excited about these achievements that we've been reaching every year. So
That is awesome.
Yes, you said you have the other location.
You have two
down on
locations, you said?
University
Wow.
and Wiles.
So 31 years. So that puts us back. Our very first location opened up in Cold Springs in October, end of October of 1993. So this October, right at the end of the month, will be 31. So our very first location was off of University Atlantic, where the Cold Square Mall is. I don't know if you
Yes,
know the
I
Cold
know
Square
what
Mall.
it was. Yep.
All right, so that was the very
Okay.
first mariachi. I was 3 years old when I was opened, right?
And I was a customer back then when he was 3 years old.
I was 3 years old,
Yeah.
but it did start with my mom and dad, in a very small restaurant, nothing like it is now. It was a little hole in the wall, 8 tables, if that, and it was a very small operation. My dad was in the kitchen along with some family members as well, and it was a very small operation. I mean, obviously now we're a big operation, but the way we started was just a little hole in the wall with, everything being word of mouth, right?
Right.
That's the only way we use marketing, right?
I love it. I
By
love it.
providing good food, good service has been forever our biggest core value. But then we opened up that one in '93, and then the second location ever to open up is the one that we currently have off of Wiles Road, so it's University and Wiles Road. That one opened up in 1994, so that will make it a 30-year-old location that we currently still have.
Wow.
30-year-old restaurant. We've been in the same building,
Same spot. Yeah.
same original floor.
Wow.
Even same employees, or day one employees.
I was going to bring that
What a
up because
blessing.
when you said about dedication and the staff and all,
Yeah.
I know recently one of your employees here was in the papers for working here 20-something years.
Mr. Hugo, yeah, we have a few employees.
Yep. Yes.
That can go.
Tell them.
I mean, we have Hugo, we have Inez, we have William. Those are like the top 4 that have been with us for a long time. But we're very grateful for them. We're a team.
Sure.
When they put that article out that you just mentioned,
Yeah.
it was amazing to see what they personally have been to the community. As well, it just hasn't been about mariachi, but it's also been about the staff that works for us. Because I mean, some of these employees have connected with other customers throughout these 30 years of business that we've been in, and they've moved people, they've helped people be inspired. Because I mean, they're like, wow, this guy I've seen with your company for 30 years in the same position, and he seems happy. I've seen his daughters grow up, and I see his wife getting a job, and his daughters now have graduated or they're in high school, et cetera, et cetera. Wow, like the same guy in the same position, same restaurant is able to do this. Why can't I do it? So I believe he's been able to inspire people, also touch people. And it's also good for us, and it's good for the community when you can see the same employee for so many years in the same restaurant. So I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah. How long have you
And
been
it's
in this
hard.
location?
This location will be 13 years. here.
13 years.
We
yeah.
opened up in November of 2012, so that would be 13 years coming up next year.
Now, this question is not on the list of things, but I do know that I heard that when there was a hurricane, your dad did something that was absolutely extraordinary for the community, and he has never been forgotten for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to tell people about that?
Well,
for sure.
When it comes to hurricanes, we, by the grace of God, hope and pray that we have power the next day or the same day. But we've never tried to close as long as the restaurant has power. So what my dad has done in the past, and our family, because we've all chipped in, because when there is a hurricane and there is like a very big tragic event when it comes to the city, not everybody can go to work. So, if we can stay open, you can guarantee, in which we've done in the past for sure, that my dad will chip in with my mom, myself, my sisters. As a family, we are here for the community, and we know the importance of being open for the community, right? So, as a family, we know the importance of coming in, helping out the community, get food, right? Employees get food, if need be. But luckily, we've had some luck with hurricanes. In one of the 2 locations, or both locations, have gone power, and we've opened up no matter how dirty the roads are, how dangerous they are, we've opened up, and whoever can make it can make it. For the most part, my family, all of us have chipped in, and until we run out of food, we continue to serve food for everybody, for everybody, for everybody.
Yeah.
And that's one big thing we've been able to help out with in the community for sure. So.
Yeah, yeah, and the word of mouth on that must be
No, and that's
absolutely
part of what makes them a pillar.
priceless.
That's what makes you guys a pillar of the community. And
Yeah.
whenever we mention El Mariachi to people, they know who this place is. They know who you are.
Oh yeah.
You know, and that's a good thing. You know what I mean? That's a good thing.
Well, being there for the community is big for us. One thing that I learned as a child from my dad, growing up, I remember in the old location, right, the old flagship Mariachi, which was located off of Bramblewood and University. It was the very first big Mariachi, as you would say. Was we would have this little waiting area in the entrance, right, and there was a wall full of teams that my dad sponsored, Mariachi sponsored, right? Teams needing money to go on trips or like equipment or jerseys. We'd make sure to sponsor them, and it was amazing to see there's a wall full of just how many soccer teams, baseball teams, basketball teams, football teams, high schools, middle schools that he'd sponsor. And seeing that as a kid, and I was an athlete growing up, was amazing. And so now what I try to do is to continue my dad's legacy, is continue to give back to the community. And we still continue to do so with high schools, travel sports teams, even charities. I love to give back because we're nothing without the community. I believe that. Like, you know, we need the community support just as much as they need us.
Marko,
is what I'm trying to say.
it's why we do what
Right.
we do.
It's not all take.
Yeah.
So, and I love giving back. Listen, I love it. I mean, if anybody out there ever has a charity or fundraiser or a team needing help, reach out to me personally. I can give them my email. You guys can link it below. Just send me
Awesome.
what the need is, and we'd love to help, because that's what we've always been here for, is to help out with the
I mean, when
community.
I read that story,
Yeah.
and I said, we've been over 200 restaurants we've done, and I only heard something similar to that in one other place that was in the Keys. There was a place in the Keys that same thing. They had electricity. They served food until they ran out.
Just until you run out.
But
how
that's it. I mean,
Yeah.
think about all the restaurants around here, what they
best
could
thing to
do
do.
to help everybody.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know?
my dad was already on the phone same day as the hurricane. Hey, can you bring a truck tomorrow? You know, if
Yeah.
not, then we try to find food somewhere. But
Yeah.
it's just, I think that's important to be there for the community. I mean, if it meant just giving water or whatever we had,
Yeah.
toilet paper, napkins, whatever we can give. I know for a fact my dad would have given whatever he could have to people in need of hardship at that time.
Oh,
So,
absolutely.
Yeah,
and you're
food.
known for it.
Another
Believe
big
me.
thing that we did too, I mean, I don't know if they told you, or if you guys heard, was when the tragedy happened at Marjorie and Douglas.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We were one of the first to donate food to victims of the family members, obviously, or people that needed that were grieving and needed just comfort. We were the first ones to say, we're sending you food. Here's food on us, right? It was a very, I mean,
Not
That's
only
awesome.
are they a restaurant, but they are a first responder.
No, but that's awesome
I love
because
it.
right in a moment like that, your last thing is cooking.
yeah.
The last thing is cooking where we're gonna eat. You even forget to eat.
Yes?
And here it is. Someone's giving you.
I'll never forget that. Never forget that event either. I remember it was yesterday. But that was one of the things too where we really stood out. And people, they would reach out to us like, hey, what's going on? We're like, no, take this. This is on us.
Yeah.
Right? Here's rice. Here's beans. Here's picadillo, plantains. Take
Yeah.
it. I know you guys need it. To the first responders, to the family members,
Yeah.
to the firefighters, to anybody that needed help at that time grieving. We were honestly, we were there to help them out. We were.
awesome.
Even donations that needed to be for the school and whatnot, we were there. So
I mean, people don't realize that something like that is worth more than the money that it costs.
100%.
It's worth more
100%,
than that.
100%.
People don't.
We're all
people
people.
don't understand that.
We're all people,
It
and
means something to somebody.
Yeah.
A lot more than the cost.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the truth.
Yeah, and that kind of food. What kind of food do you serve
Oh,
here
yeah,
for those
right.
people who
You know what?
don't
That's one
know?
of our
Oh,
questions.
my gosh,
What
yeah.
kind
Yeah,
of
because
food-
there
what
may
do
be
you
people
serve?
who don't know.
all right. So the type of food that we serve here
Yeah.
is Mexican, Cuban, and Latin food. So what I mean by Latin is we don't just have Mexican and Cuban food here, right? So we have a ceviche that is not Mexican or Cuban.
Right.
It's a Peruvian style ceviche, right?
Right.
So that's one. Another thing that we have that is not Mexican Cuban are the empanadas, right? The empanadas are actually Colombian style empanadas, so it's not your typical Cuban one,
Okay.
which is a different dough,
Right.
right? Different inside stuffing. Over here is like a different crust. It's more of corn versus like flour dough,
Right.
which
Right.
is Cuban style, right?
Right.
And we do it with like potatoes inside and meat, but like shredded meat. And the most important difference is probably the shell of the empanada. That's like the biggest difference you can see.
Is
So
it baked or fried?
it's fried.
It's fried. Okay.
It's
'Cause,
fried.
you know, some
Some are.
South
The healthier
Americans
version is
are- yeah,
baked.
some South
Yeah.
American ones are baked. I was like, what?
Yeah, my favorite empanadas actually are Peruvian. I like Peruvian empanadas a lot.
Yeah.
Not just meat. That's
They're they're
they're baked.
good.
They're baked.
They're baked.
They're baked. They're
Yeah,
baked.
see?
So.
That could be
But
why you
ours are
like them.
delicious. Very delicious. I eat them all the time, but for health reasons, I gotta lean more towards Peruvian. So yeah, we have Mexican, Cuban food, and some Latin plates as well. So yeah.
What is your most popular dish?
Ooh. It's a tough one. I would say what we're known for the most, right, is gotta be on our Mexican side is fajitas, for sure.
Because they smell so good on the way
Oh, they're
into
so
the
good. And it's
dining
just-
room.
It smells so good. It's a nice presentation too. They come out smoked and
Yes.
everything's beautiful. They come with every
Yes.
possible thing on the side: guacamole, pico de gallo, cheese, you name it, tortillas. It's like a big fiesta coming out too. That's amazing. I love it. I love
Happy
it.
time.
I love it. And then the number one selling dish by volume has got to be the chimichanga. I mean, you can't go around the
Really?
chimichanga. It's a deep fried burrito.
Do you know I had my first chimichanga here?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yes.
I couldn't believe
Wow.
she never
Ever.
had a chimichanga.
It's-
Ever.
How
This
good
the
is it?
first one.
It was delicious.
That goes to show you that everything fried is better.
And actually, we came back. We came back with
Everything fried is better.
I
Yeah.
love
A chimichanga
that,
is a
Marko.
deep fried burrito. It really is. It
We
really is.
came back with our group from Winmore, and we said, and she didn't. I don't need the menu. I know what I want. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I want the chimichanga I had last time.
Chimichanga.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's our number one selling plate here, and not just. I mean, it's just so. It really is delicious.
Uh-huh.
It's so good. So that's our probably most popular. I mean, you can go down the list of what's
Right.
from popular from 1 through 10, right? But those are the top two popular dishes here.
Mm-hmm.
And on the Cuban side, we're very famous for two things as well. Like I say, the top two that people eat the most is going to be the lechon asado.
And that's my
The
favorite.
lechon asado. I mean,
Okay.
which is pretty
That's
typical
my-
Cuban.
That's my mother.
It's a
when she comes
specialty.
here, yep.
The
Yeah.
menu says that the recipe is in a vault, so no, we won't tell you what the recipe is. But it's also the longest cooked plate here. So from the minute we prep it to the minute it's actually ready to be served
Uh-huh.
is probably a 12-hour process.
Yeah.
12
Yeah,
hours.
of
Yes.
course.
So
12
you're
hours.
doing.
Yeah.
So you're doing a lechon right then.
Lechon right. We do it good. It's slow cooked,
Yep. That's
perfectly
it.
marinated, perfectly seasoned, cooked with love.
Oh
It's
my
very
God!
good. So
Yes,
that's-
you can taste the love in it.
Oh,
for sure.
it's so good. So
When
it's
I
probably
do-
the most flavorful dish we have here.
When I do mine at home, she's is that done yet? I'm like, no.
Uh,
All day.
it takes time.
It's an all day. It's
It
an
takes
all
time.
day.
It takes time.
It's an all day. If you want it right, you got to do it right.
And it's a big hitter now coming up into the holidays. It's gonna be a big hit with the Christmas coming around the
Yeah.
corner and stuff. People love their lechon asado.
We love our lechon asado.
Yeah, it's
oh
it's
my
so
God!
good. I wish I could eat every day. I wish I could eat everything here every day, but I wouldn't be healthy. Probably. So that's our probably our top ones with the pechuga de pollo, which pechuga de pollo
Yeah. but you-
is a very simple yet flavorful Cuban chicken fillet, like a small
And,
little
and for
chicken.
the Americanos, that is chicken.
Chicken breast. It's a
chicken
very
breast.
chicken
Yes.
breast. Yeah, it's a grilled
Finley.
chicken breast that is. We normally get it in a lobe, right? But we fillet it open and we make it very thin. And I think when it's nice and thin, it's actually more tender.
Yeah,
Super, and you
and
can
tasty.
eat
Yeah.
tasty.
Yes.
And we use typical Cuban seasoning for that. We put usually like a mojo sauce that we have here. That's homemade, right? We make that
course.
in-house, our mojo sauce.
That's it.
We can't tell you what that is either, but it's
No,
ours.
no.
And we serve it every Cuban dish with white rice, black beans, and plantains. Can you go wrong with that?
No.
White rice, black beans,
That's
plantains,
perfect.
sweet plantains. So, but we also offer
Tostones.
tostones, fried yuca, boiled yuca.
All the goodies.
Those are the good ones, and we can once in a while make you congri or arroz moro,
Uh-huh.
which is pretty
Yeah.
Caribbean style rice as well.
Yes.
Very good.
Lately, we've been into that.
Arroz moro.
Yeah, the
We can
moro.
definitely. I mean, if you guys need a special order for arroz moro, anybody, you guys or anybody listening out there,
Uh-huh.
we can cater to you
Awesome.
whenever you need it.
Good to
Arroz
know.
moro. Oh yeah, we can make it.
Oh,
Very
yeah.
good.
Oh yeah.
My question,
Go
as a
ahead.
chef, what is your favorite comfort food to go to? It doesn't even have to be on the menu.
Ooh.
What's your go-to?
Okay, I'm gonna hear my go-to right now. Like,
Yes.
We have some. We've
what
had
I have
hot.
to
We
eat.
have hot
Yes.
dogs. We've had peanut butter and
Yes.
jelly.
Lately, what I've been feeling, it's very good. It's good. I love it. I can eat 15 of them. is nigiri. I love nigiri.
Oh, nigiri.
Nigiri.
Okay.
What is it?
Nigiri? You guys you know what nigiri is, right? Nigiri.
Yeah, but you got to tell
is,
everybody.
Okay, so nigiri is a type of raw fish served over Japanese white rice, steamed white rice, right? So my favorite nigiri rolls have been so far is tuna, salmon, hamachi, and trout. So it's very good. Yeah, it's like a nice little fillet, raw fish, right? Served over like a little patty of white rice.
We actually made that.
It's
But with
so
shrimp.
good.
We made it with shrimp a couple weeks
I
ago.
love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
It was like more than
Yeah, we were in a
3 or
class. We were in a
4
sushi
days
class.
ago. Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah, we learned how to roll sushi. and
That's
all
probably
that
what I
other
want to
good
do
stuff.
next. I want to learn how to make
Fun.
it. It looks fun.
It's
Especially
fun.
with a few glasses of wine on the side, it could probably be really fun, right?
Well, that's the only thing we didn't do, but it was still fun.
Or sake. Or
That's-
sake,
oh
or
my
some
God,
sake.
Yeah,
a
yes.
little bit of sake.
sharp knives involved.
Ooh.
Yes.
So it's like
Yeah, so no sake.
No, a little bit.
nice
It
fun.
might make your cut a little bit more accurate, you know? You work a little bit better with a little bit of sake, you know?
Oh
you
my
might more
goodness.
because now your hands are not tingling.
Yeah, you're right. It's more fluid.
Yeah.
More flavor, exactly. Just cut straight through. So nigiri, so I've really been feeling nigiri.
Nigiri,
It's
okay.
good. I mean, I grew up on Spanish food my whole entire life,
Yeah.
so I love it. I can eat it too every day, but
Yeah.
my go-to when I'm not here, when I do have time to eat outside of this restaurant, has been Japanese, like Japanese
Yeah?
cuisine, Japanese nigiri,
Cool.
sushi, you know, some soups as well, some cold soups.
No, and that's a big trend out there now. So
Yeah,
you
I
got
mean, it's
plenty
so
of places.
good.
Yeah.
I love it. I mean,
Yeah.
and it's not so heavy either.
No, and
No.
it's so good for you.
Yeah, you can eat it and you feel good and enjoy a few glasses of wine.
A
And
few
enjoy a
glasses
few
of
glasses of
wine.
wine.
Yeah. No, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
we- like
the
I said,
sake's not bad either.
I like sake, cold sake. I'm
Me
not a
too.
hot. I can drink hot sake, but
Yeah, hot
I
sake,
only
yeah,
like
and-
the sake hot when I'm not feeling well. Like if I have a cold or something, I will do the sake and do it hot, and I just feel like, oh, I'm instantly better. It could be all in the mind.
Yeah, we had.
no,
it
it's
somewhere.
good. Definitely clear up the throat a little bit. I could definitely see it. It's hot when they serve it to you. It's hot. It's hot.
In the
It's
February,
like
yeah, we had it
It's like,
somewhere in
whoa.
Boca Hot. I remember that,
Yeah,
and,
it's
and I
hot.
thought it was gonna be cold. Comes out, and I go like that. I'm like,
Oh.
and it
Oh.
was like, to me, it was like a soup, and I'm like, this is like a weird soup, because it was
It's a
hot.
weird tasting
So
soup.
my head is going like soup, you know. I'm like,
Yeah.
It was like a big stop sign for you. Like,
So we can all agree cold sake is.
But after you were done
cold
with
sake.
it, it was. After I was done with it, that was.
After a few sips, you're feeling pretty good, right?
Oh, yeah, it was fine. It was good soup then.
Hey,
Probably
that's
one of the
real.
better soups.
I agree. Oh man.
I like that other stuff too. The apricot wine, is it? Or it's
Oh,
it's
the
sweet.
plum wine.
Yeah,
The
plum
plum
wine.
wine,
Plum wine's
that's
good too.
it.
My wife likes it as well. She
Yeah,
likes it.
I like
But
that.
that's usually
I
the
like that
sake
cold.
too. People don't know that.
No,
Yes,
it is. It
it
is.
is.
It
Yeah,
is.
It's
people
It
don't
is.
know that. They're like, oh, it's a one. Like, nah, read it.
Yeah, but it's actually a wine.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's
I
usually
like
my wife
it.
and I have lately been trending towards like that style of restaurant, Japanese, and for those exact reasons that you guys mentioned, some sake, some plum wine,
Yeah, just relax
Yeah.
and kind of like unwind.
and if they play that
allow.
nice little music in the background, you know,
Yeah.
you got a good relax. You're like in a Zen garden almost.
I was just saying, the Zen,
Exactly, like in a Zen garden.
Does that sound familiar? We recently took a Zen vacation.
and then you gotta put it. Then you gotta get a koi tank.
Oh man, koi is beautiful.
You gotta get a koi tank.
So even you know it's kind of like Japanese style cuisine too, with the Latin touches, Peruvian food. So
Oh, you're right. We
I
have done that.
I like Peruvian food a lot too.
Yes.
There's a place down the street. I'm sure you know,
Oh yeah, there's a couple down the street that I
but
like.
there's one that's a chain, but it's good.
Embarcadero, it's
Yep.
good. Bravo's good.
Yeah, Embarcadero's one of our favorites.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
one of our
Yeah.
favorites. When
Yeah,
I
listen.
walked in there, when I walked in, I want the Peruvian food, and I'm looking at the menu, I'm like, this is sushi.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
awesome.
You know, if
sushi.
you actually
Yeah.
go to Peru too, you'll see a lot more
Some good
Japanese people there too.
Yeah?
It's like a very big Asian country too.
Because
Yeah.
I know we fell in love with that place. As soon as we walked in and we started seeing like the food and
Mm-hmm.
how everything was handled.
Plus, they use a
the
different
freshness.
but they use different filler. Like with traditional sushi, you're looking at your raw fishes. That's it. You go there with the Peruvians, you're getting like grilled octopus.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. They put their touch on it.
Wrapped in avocado, and it's
You know, like
what?
fun fact, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but Peruvians, I believe, in Peru, have over 100 different species of potatoes.
Wow.
Did you know that? Yeah, and then
No,
you
I
can
didn't
Google
know
this. You
that.
can Google this. Anybody, yeah, they have 100 different species of potatoes.
Wow.
It's like the only country in the world that
Well,
offers
yeah,
that.
yeah, that gives them versatility.
Yes, it's. I'm telling you, Peru, along with Mexican, but I think Peru, dude. I mean, it's some of the most highest rated cuisine in the world. The world. Mexican and Peruvian are like right up there, but Peruvian is up there as well. So.
What blew my mind was the
That's
corn.
good to know.
Oh yeah,
I'm
cancha,
looking at,
cancha.
yeah, and I'm saying, I'm like, this looks like corn. It tastes like corn, but maybe it's a lima bean. You know, what I mean,
It's
I never
corn.
seen
Huge.
corn that big.
You know, in our ceviche here, we put the corn, little corn.
You do?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we do. It's called
Cool.
cancha. Yeah, we do cancha. And then some Peruvian restaurants will also offer you like sweet potato chips.
Uh-huh. Oh, I love those.
Sweet potato chips.
Yes.
They're very good. Tastes like an app.
Yes.
So.
Love them.
But now here's a well, I would say here's usually a good question, but we know the answer to this. So for us, this is a dumb question for us.
Go ahead.
How did you get into the business?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's be obvious.
Well, I can tell you, like, so I was born.
So you were born in the
I
restaurant.
was born in the restaurant, right? My mom had me right there, in the kitchen. No, but I was, within weeks was probably brought into the restaurant of being a baby, within weeks. And I was pregnant. My mom was pregnant with me, and we had restaurants at the time. But at no point in my childhood, nor my teens, nor growing up, was I ever forced to continue doing what I'm doing now. My parents never said, you have to be in the restaurants and this is what you're going to do growing up. No, never. I did graduate with a bachelor's degree in business from FAU, right? I did work a little bit in corporate America as well and saw that type of industry. But, you know, there was something that I found talking with my dad that I really loved this industry. And it's not for everybody. It requires a lot of long days, a lot of long hours, multiple moving parts, not just with employees,
Right.
with customers, or something breaking down you. It's a very tough industry. So, yes, I was born into this industry, right? Raised by it. It provided a lot for us as a kid, as a teenager, as an adult. But I was never forced to continue doing what I'm doing now.
But
I'm
you
doing this-
obviously loved it because they loved it.
Yeah, I mean, even now there's days that are hard, and you know, and you want to just
You want to
You
let
know,
go. You want to
wanna let go,
say,
correct.
When
I
that
want
day's
to walk
over.
out the
Why
door
again
and
this-
close the door.
But-
Yeah.
When that day's over, you know it's
exactly. I mean, it's love at the end. You gotta really love doing it. It's not for everybody. It's everybody. I mean, sometimes on the front of the book of this book, the restaurant industry, is it looks all fun. You know, you're walking around, you're talking. If you have a bar,
Yep.
sometimes you have a cocktail or two. You look like it's all fun and games. That in reality,
Yeah.
I mean,
It's a
there's a whole
lot of work.
operational side that you have to realize, and it's
We know.
being operational sound in the
I
kitchen.
mean, I joke now. I tell people, you know, and I'm not saying I'm old, but I'm older. And when I came up in this industry, there was no Gordon Ramsay, there was no Emerald, you know. And people watch that on TV and they think that's a real kitchen,
yeah.
and that's not a real kitchen.
Damn, yeah.
Yeah, and everyone dressed
close.
perfectly.
Yeah, perfect, like perfect, and they don't even have a
and-
stain on their
Yeah.
their chef suits and coats.
That
And
doesn't happen.
I mean,
no.
you know, and I've worked with people, and we've shared this. I've worked with people from around the world.
yeah,
I've had people that didn't speak English, only spoke Polish, only spoke German,
Yeah.
a deaf mute,
yeah,
you know, Mexican, Hispanic. I had a Mexican man from Oaxaca, which is up in the mountains, and they don't speak Mexican. They don't speak Spanish.
Yeah.
They
They
speak
speak dialect
indigenous-
Indian, yeah.
Indian.
Yeah.
And I remember the first day I got there, the guy says, "Do you speak Spanish?" I said, "Yeah." He says, "Good. This man's from Mexico. I need you to talk to him." So I go to talk to him, and I'm
Yeah.
like, "What is he saying?" So, you know, I had to improvise, as you know, and you have to show them what you want, and they do what you want.
That's
That's
why they
it. I
call
mean,
the
that's-
kitchen the fire, man.
That's
you
it.
If you can get through the fire, you can do anything in life. I believe you.
It's true.
You
It's
get it
true.
if you can do what you can do in the kitchen, which you have done in the kitchen, and
Yeah.
if you can survive that, I think you can
Communication.
survive anything.
Yeah, communication very important.
That's
And
that's a
and my
fire.
thing is, and you probably noticed, you have to be an adrenaline junkie,
You have to be.
because if not, it's going to crush you.
No,
You know, you sit there, you get them, 15, 20 covers that come right up on the machine.
get ready to go.
You get them out.
gotta
and when
ride
you
that
get 'em-
wave.
When you get them out, it's like,
Yeah.
Tough. I mean, listen, I give every cook, every kitchen, any staff member in the kitchen. Doesn't matter even if you're the dishwasher. I give them the most respect out of any position in this industry. It's the hardest, most challenging position in anything in the restaurant. Yeah, and I respect them. I respect them. Thank the Lord we have long tenured kitchen staff members that have been with us for many years. But
People who are dedicated.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
really
Like,
one
yeah.
of the
care.
weird things
It's hard-
for
it's a
me,
motor.
coming from Jersey,
Yeah.
is in New York and New Jersey, we don't have air conditioning in our kitchens. When I came to Florida, I was like, ooh,
Yeah.
air conditioning in the kitchen.
Air conditioning doesn't really exist at like 7 p.m. on a Friday when you're serving up 200-300 covers.
Yeah, that air conditioning crank.
It's good to have it when it's
But
there. But
I've
sometimes,
had a thermometer in the kitchen. I'm watching it go like 105, 110.
oh man,
And
I'm
it's
telling
like,
you, it's crazy.
We're just drinking water.
Have you ever worked the flat top before?
Yeah.
I mean, dude, that alone, right there, right, is you gotta probably be at like one
right in your
160.
face. Yeah.
It's right there, and you got multiple dishes going on. You're prepping.
Think of the facials.
It's crazy. It's crazy. I give the kitchen so much respect.
I had
so
one,
much.
one time I had the
Awesome.
flu. I came in and I worked the grill,
Yeah.
the flame grill.
Oh yeah.
And they had a what was it called? They had a porterhouse special that night.
Ooh.
So I had like 10, 12 steaks lined up, and I'm
Like
sitting
what,
there with
40
a
ounce
fever.
steak, 60 ounce steak?
But I'm sitting there with a fever.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and I'm like hallucinating, and then my manager comes over and says, "I need you to go to the medic," because we were in a racetrack, so they had stuff. "I need you to go to the medic." I don't want to go to the medic. He goes, "You're either going home or you're going to the medic." So I go to the medic. 103.5.
Yeah.
Wow.
So then he says,
That's on the low end,
Well, he said to
probably.
me, "You're going home." I'm like, "I'm not going home. I got to get this done." He says, "I'm calling security." Fine, I'm going home.
Yeah.
You know, but I was doing it. You know.
Yeah.
And it's you know, it's in you. Like you said, you've been in this all your life, so you know that it's in you. You know.
You gotta love it. It's not. Like I said, not everybody can do it.
No.
Not everybody can do
No,
it.
it's
The
a
fact that-
calling.
yeah.
It really is.
Even yourself, you guys for so many years,
Yeah.
to be able to still have the passion for you do in the restaurant industry,
Yeah.
goes to show you what type of person you are. I mean, listen, I've seen many people come in and come out.
Yeah.
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 Many people come in and
Well, we
come
saw
out.
what was
Even as
happening
cooks.
in 2020
Yeah.
after March when everything was shut down, and we had to do something.
Yeah.
We didn't know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't know how we were going to do it. We had no clue. Only thing we knew was that we had to help
Yeah.
our fellow man who's been in there, nose to the grindstone,
Mm-hmm.
working hard, saving money,
Yeah.
setting up a
Yeah.
business. I mean, it takes so much.
Yeah.
And then to see them so downtrodden, so pushed into walking away,
Yeah.
that we said, no,
Yeah, so many,
that's
yeah.
not fair.
Yeah.
There has to be a way. God has to give us a way to make this happen. And that's why we're here.
COVID was a very tough time for everybody. It was the unknown.
Yeah.
So I think that's what I took out of it. My family took out of it. Was the unknown. It was like we had no idea
Yeah, we had no
what was going to
clue.
happen. If we were going to make it or if we weren't going to make it.
But we knew we had to do something.
At that time, I was working for a nursing home chain.
Mm-hmm.
So I was in a nursing home when people,
Yeah, and I'm sure all PP'd up. PPE, what do you call it?
Yes,
Protect-
P- yeah,
PP'd up.
PPE.
PP'd up.
Oh,
You
yeah.
had like,
Oh, yeah.
that
Yeah.
stuff. I remember, like, hey, listen, funny that we just talked about how to get. Can you imagine working with a mask on?
Yeah.
And you have to have a protective and that. Oh, yeah.
No, I can't imagine.
So that's why you gotta. I mean, listen, the kitchen.
Yeah, they had our kitchen.
They endured. Okay, they work a lot. They endured COVID like champs.
Yep.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yes.
Tell you, these guys in the back are
Kudos
gold.
to you guys.
I love them. I love them. I'm
Yeah.
telling you.
You should.
They deserve all the money in the world.
You're better.
Now, let's get to a brighter subject.
Yes. Future
Okay.
events?
Huh?
Oh, no.
No,
What do you have in
I was
mind?
going to say events, but
Yeah.
El Mariachi is more than events. There's always events here.
Yeah.
There is always.
There's a party going
right
on
now
here
we're in
always.
It's always thinking them out.
Right
Every
now
day.
we're in
Yes,
this is
yes.
a party room, right? Private room.
This is a private room. Party room. It can
Okay.
be correct. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So then you have the restaurant seating, restaurant seating out front,
Patio seating.
patio seating,
Correct.
which
Cafe
you
seating
have
on the side
entertainment
and
out there every
everything,
now
right?
and then.
Correct. That
Yeah.
goes outside, and then we have bar seating as well.
Yeah.
And then we have in here where we currently are right now. We have room for events to be for 20 to 30 people, right? Like bridal showers, baby showers, wedding rehearsals. We've done. We do currently right now meetings for the Chamber of Commerce for
If
both
only I
Parkland
had known. I
and
was marrying
Parkland.
my boys.
Yeah, we've actually had a few wedding rehearsals in here that have gone
Yeah.
pretty well. But it's good. It's one of the very few places in Cold Springs that actually has this type of setup. If you think about it, not many restaurants in this area at
You
least
got the
You got a
room.
great setup,
can offer secluded space.
and like you were saying about a big restaurant. This is a very big restaurant.
It's very big,
Mm-hmm.
5,600 square feet, I believe.
But what happened? How big does it get? May 5th.
Oh,
Oh, it gets
How big does it get?
we take it,
Huge.
we push it into the parking lot. We do a Cinco de Mayo semi-block party. So we don't overtake the entire parking lot, but we take over some of the parking lot. And it's a big party. It's a big fiesta. It's celebrating Mexican Independence Day, kind of. But
awesome.
we do a big party here, and it's a very big American holiday that we love to celebrate with our local community.
Yeah.
We bring them on in. We make shirts every year for mariachi. We have a mariachi band. We have a DJ, drink specials, great food. We can go all night long, and it's time for us to celebrate and have one big party here.
It's all about the freedom.
Every single mile, all about the freedom, baby. Every single mile.
Huge.
The May, 5th,
I love
5th of
it.
May.
Rains. I mean,
The best parties out of mariachi.
I was here.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
no,
Best party.
Wait,
Hands down, absolutely, no doubt, full stop.
Yep.
Yes.
Where do you find us Cinco de Mayo?
Mariachi.
Mariachi.
And if you're getting the bar crawl, which is now we're in a nice little area to bar crawl in University, you can hit up a couple Mexican joints, but make sure to hit us up on the way to wherever you're going,
Nice.
because I promise you we have the best margaritas
Here.
here.
Yes.
Hands down. I don't care what they say.
Hands
Yeah.
This
down.
is the best margarita.
I'll get in
Yes.
trouble for saying this, but my mother loves the pictures of margaritas.
Yep. And
That's
I
her
have
thing.
gotten many pictures of Mama.
She sits down and she says, "Lechon asado, margarita."
No better combo.
Yeah.
I mean,
No
yeah.
better combo.
Yeah. All we need for her is a hat.
Yeah, yo, we provide those for birthdays. We provide those for birthdays. We get the little sombrero going on.
Don't encourage it.
So,
Let me walk it.
in regards to events, so we do have every Cinco de Mayo, right? It's a big party here. And starting last year, and what we're going to do this year, is we're going to be celebrating an anniversary party every year until God allows us to celebrate anniversary parties. Why? Because you know what? You should be proud of another year, especially after what we discussed, what we went through, right?
Yeah.
Maybe a couple of recessions, you know, some COVID,
Yeah.
good times and bad times. But every year should be a celebration because you're able to celebrate one year with the community again, and with our employees, and it should be a big celebration. So this November 1st, right, Friday at 5 p.m., El Mariachi will be celebrating 31 years of business.
Amen.
Amen. Amen to that. So we're just gonna continue doing what we have been doing.
91 more.
Hopefully, maybe my sons can take over one day. I'm not gonna force them, but
Yeah,
hopefully
no.
we can make this a maybe 100-year-old business. We'll see. They'll probably
I can see it.
They'll probably get 60 out of me. I can probably make it to 60,
Maybe
and then
more.
maybe my kids will, or somebody in the family will push it to 100 at the end.
Absolutely.
But we do that. We're doing that. So the biggest events of the year will be for Cinco de Mayo, and then around end of October and November, depending on the day it falls on.
Right.
We will have a anniversary party.
Right.
So which is a
Which
very
falls on el Día
de los Muertos. So this year it actually falls on Dia de los Muertos. So November 2nd is the end of Dia de los Muertos, but I believe it starts on the 28th of October, 29th. So, but we're going to be in
Yes.
the midst of it. So it's going to be a big combination
Big
of
combination.
anniversary and Dia de los Muertos. So we will have Dia de los Muertos decorations up. We might even do face painting. We might do some face painting with the skulls. I might call a lady. Yeah, that's pretty big.
Yeah.
And we did it last year at one of our locations. We did face
Kids
painting. So.
love it.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
I did it one year. I face
And
painted
some
mine.
adults like it too.
It's awesome. It's such a Dia de los Muertos is probably I think one of the coolest holidays that we don't celebrate enough here. I mean, it celebrates the afterlife. I think.
No,
I think
we should.
Now I was going to ask you, catering. Do you do off premise?
So we cater, right? It's more of like a custom catering. We cater to your needs. We'll guide you in like stuff you want to cater because not everything Mexican is cater friendly, especially for us because we take pride in what we serve to, right? So there's certain things that taste
That you-
much better
Yeah.
when it's served right here on the table.
Yes.
Right.
And there's
Yeah.
things that do not travel well after
Right.
20, 30 minutes, right? And they'll get dry or they'll get soggy.
Okay.
Theirs won't be the same quality. So we guide you, but we do have like a catering menu once you do email us, and I can provide you with that as well, right?
Awesome.
And as long as you take my email
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you hey catering. We also have a catering form on our website, which is www.elmariachimexican.com, and you just go to the catering tab. You click it, you submit the info. It's just gonna ask you simple questions: your name, your number, the event, how many people. It gets submitted to me,
Get right back
and
to
then,
them,
Yeah,
yeah.
and then we'll reach back out to them so we do that. And I highly recommend because our food's very diverse.
Yeah.
As you know, you can make a taco bar, you can make a fajita bar, you can rice, beans, Mexican corn,
Make
guacamole.
fun.
Look, I'm thinking,
Of it.
like I said, my big
You
thing
know?
is
Taco
like,
bars
like
are
the-
really
like-
awesome.
like-
Yeah, they are.
That's what I'm thinking, like that, like corporate stuff, because I was a little bit in the corporate world, and I know it's always the same thing: pizza subs, pizza
Oh, yeah.
subs, pizza subs. I mean,
Yeah.
this food travels well. They'll guide you.
Oh, yeah.
on what travels well, right? 'Cause not everything, but taco bars are awesome.
Yeah. So if you guys are interested in catering, please reach out to me, or go on our website and you will have somebody get in touch with you for sure.
Awesome.
So come on, guys, we need your help.
Yeah.
Invite me to the taco bar.
Yeah, or fajita bar. Hey, the fajita
Fajita-
bar is
oh,
the
great.
fajita bar, yeah.
The fajita bar is good. I mean, I'm saying.
You might not want to invite me to that one. You might not have anything
And hey,
left.
listen, it's so diverse because you don't have to make tortillas.
Yeah.
You
No.
can make a rice bowl. You can make a lettuce bowl.
Yeah.
You can make a vegetable bowl. You can do so much stuff with Mexican food. It's
We
crazy.
have a salad here.
Yes,
Yeah.
A salad.
we have a feta explosion salad. That's actually probably our top seller.
Is
Along
it-
with the taco
wait.
salad.
Popular?
Very popular.
That is my most ordered thing when I come. We were joking a couple days ago when I said about pictures of the food, and I said I got hundreds of pictures.
Yeah.
Probably about 70 of those pictures are the fajita explosion.
I mean, it's that good.
I get it with shrimp.
It's that good. Ooh.
Yeah.
The shrimp-
Yeah,
I
it
just
is
had-
that good.
I actually had some shrimp tacos today, so I'm a
Did
big
you?
shrimp guy. Yeah, shrimp's so
Oh,
good.
nice.
We season them so good. You know how we season them.
Very
Normally, just some garlic.
Another favorite is the Mexican pizza appetizer.
Ooh, that's good too.
Now I know people talk about the Taco Bell Mexican pizza, how they love that, and I do love that. But when you have this,
It's good. It's good.
it's
You don't wanna go back.
first of all, it has meat. It has meat. It has real meat on it.
It has actual good quality meat on it.
Real good quality meat.
You know,
And it's an appetizer, but
it's a really big appetizer. Say, along with the Mexican pizza, I would say the nachos is probably another filling appetizer that you can maybe have even as an entree, which some people do have here as
I think
entrees.
TJ had the nachos.
Yeah,
Yes, he
it's
did.
so
Yes,
big.
he
The
did.
nachos here is so
But
big.
the Mexican pizza, come on.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like,
I think it's good to
on.
share. If you eat that by yourself, I mean, yeah.
And it
No,
comes
no,
with
you
the flag,
have
and you
to
get the
share.
flag.
Yeah.
You get the flag to take home.
I know we didn't talk about this, but now it's a good time to bring this up. But hey,
Okay.
I think we have the best chips and salsa in town. In town.
I don't doubt
Actually,
it.
everything.
I'm not gonna even challenge that.
No.
And
Yeah.
You know we go everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna challenge
So,
that.
Can we make this maybe in the state? I think we might have
No,
the
no,
best
but
chips
we
and salsa
even
in
go
the
out
state.
of the country.
Yeah, out of the country,
so,
too.
Yeah.
And
We're
I
just
know-
saying yes.
And wait, and I'll be honest, and you know this. When we get it, we usually have to get more.
Yes.
Yeah.
We usually have to get more.
And they're nice and hot
It's
every
so
time they
good. I
come
mean,
to the table.
People come. People come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Just
for
for that.
chips and salsa.
I'm sure they
Oh
do.
my, yes.
Yes.
But we do, none of it's canned. The type of people, I'm like, this is not canned salsa. It's
Right.
not what you get at Publix and it's Tostinos. No.
No,
This
no,
is
no,
real
no,
salsa.
no.
We go through about 900 pounds of tomato a week.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how many tomatoes?
Like around 900 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah, around, close. I'm like a very good week, busy peak season, 900 pounds. And yeah, we make our salsa daily, fresh onion, fresh cilantro, fresh jalapeno, fresh tomatillo, fresh tomato, fresh salt, you name it, everything. And we chop it up.
Are you listening?
So
I'm talking to my
that's it. I
Mexican
tell everybody,
family.
but listen, it's I think an item, right? That's complimentary when you dine here. That has really brought people in. Right? You know, I'm in the mood for chips and salsa. Let's just go to Mariachi tonight. It really brings people in. It really draws people in. So for the past 30 years, I remember one time, I think tomato had an issue with salmonella. Like McDonald's recalled it. It was a big tomato recall.
Yes, I
I
remember
kid
that.
you not.
You didn't have any of those, did you?
We couldn't serve. It was just too expensive. Number one, to even get a bucket.
Yeah,
It was just
they
so
were
Oh,
crazy.
wow.
it was
I remember.
crazy, and you couldn't
I
serve it
remember.
because people were scared of it. Number one, right? But when we told people that there was no salsa, they said, "Okay, we'll come back when it's normal." They didn't eat. There were some people that just said, "Listen, say we're not eating. We'll come back. Just let us know when you have it." That's it. So there was people that actually do. That's what I learned very quickly. People do come here just for chips and salsa. I mean, not to just eat that and nothing else. They'll come.
I would have had
they'll
it with guacamole. I would have stayed.
I know, but there's some salsa
Yeah,
connoisseurs. I've even
Well,
seen
yes.
people eat the salsa out of a salsa cup with a spoon. They'll eat the salsa raw.
They do. They really do. Some of them go,
Yeah, tell you.
Just
I tell-
saying.
I tell you.
guilty as
you know what?
charged.
I don't want to divert, but you see, this is an example of like why you're in business 30 years. The salsa is free, the chips are free, and you put that much work into what's free.
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
We don't put a cap on you either. You can have 6 baskets of chips and salsa.
But I'm saying this
Yeah.
is this is
Yeah,
this
we
is
know.
like, but this is an example of
we've ordered a
why
few.
you're successful. This is like why you're successful.
It's just I never
There's no
want to
cutting
change who we
corners.
are. I never want to change who we are.
And you know what? It's funny because I remember going to the one down by the mall, and it's the same. The
Yeah.
food, I eat the food, tastes the same. It's the same.
No.
And that's what's awesome. Some people, in business they change, they this, and then you lose people.
Yeah.
You know, where you have a steady following, you got great food, and that's, you know, and it's a testament. That's why you're here 30 years. That's why the community loves you.
One of the things I learned the most from my father, and I'll never forget it, you know, passed away 4 years ago coming up, but
May he rest
he
in
told
peace.
me one thing that he said, no matter what, he says, you order the best and the freshest ingredient. And it doesn't matter in the type of world we're in where prices fluctuate,
Right.
you continue to order the best and you do not cut portions.
There you go.
And to this day, I mean, as tough as it was during post-COVID and the way things are now, we will not, and we have not cut our portions. I've stopped ordering the freshest and highest quality ingredients at all. And it's good to hear that because there will be people that say, wow, the food is still the same. Or you get online reviews that say, great size portions, good price food for the portions, you know?
Yeah.
And that's good to hear because, I mean, I do all the work that I can to satisfy, obviously, the end person, right?
Of course.
So to hear that back, you know, that we haven't changed a single thing and that's paying us back, right? Or paying back is a great thing to hear. It never gets old, so. And that's we'll never change, never not changing our food quality, right? Because you can change it. You can order
of course you
different
can.
quality of ground beef. You can order a different quality of chicken. You know, you don't have to order 8-ounce fillets. You can order randoms that are very chewy and
Very
you can-
random.
Yeah, very random,
random,
right?
Some
That
of them
are
might
big
be
chicken.
Some of them might be turkey.
Yeah, you see them turkeys,
I've
they're
seen
huge.
them,
Yeah, they're huge. I don't even know how chicken gets that big, right? Sorry about that. And you can definitely change the quality of food, but then you're gonna see exchanges. People will stop coming back, right? You'll get bad reviews, and then right before you know it, that's it.
Yeah, but right now, that's your blessing. That
Yeah.
was your father's legacy.
And that's one of our core values.
And that's why
That's it.
that
That's in
core
our
value
mission
works.
statement. Mission
It
statement.
should be. Yes.
That's it.
Yeah.
No,
Do what
it's-
Dad
it's-
did, the
it's-
way Dad did it,
No,
no
that's it.
matter
Just-
what.
we serve
because
the freshest and
that's
highest
it.
quality ingredients while providing exceptional service.
There
That's
you
it.
go.
And that's not a secret.
Beautiful.
No,
No.
That's not a secret.
that is in the mission statement. Mariachi, that's who we are. That's what we do, and
You
we
know,
will continue
and
to
like
do
I
so.
said, I mean, I've said this 100 times. You know, my mother loves the place.
Yeah.
She's in Jersey, and every time she's getting ready to come here
Oh my God.
to Florida, what
It's one
day?
of the first things.
Yeah,
Which
she
day are
likes
we
to-
going to
Normally, she
Mariachi?
likes to stop here 1st. And she used to like to go from the airport to come here
Yes.
first to start her
Yes.
trip. You know, and it's like, I mean, can we go to another day? No, I want to go first day. I want to go there. So, but that's again
Yeah.
because the quality, the portion, you know, the customer service,
Everything, and I think the food tastes like home.
I mean, she had.
Oh, you know, and I end up taking
there was a
everything home
gentleman
because
that
I
used-
don't eat that much. But you know, hey,
No, but there was a gentleman that worked
Works
in
for
the other
me.
place that used to. I guess he worked the lunches. I think that you guys said he went to work at Runway or something after. But he was with you guys forever at the other place. And she had his name and all. I forgot the name, and she's like, you know, oh, I'm gonna go see so and so, and I'm like,
Over
"What?"
the time, we've definitely had some employees that have, like I said, just touched people, and it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're here for so long and you come to a restaurant that you feel like home, I mean, and we treat you like home, it's comfort. It's comforting knowing that, well, you will remember the waiter's name, and you're going to be, I want that waiter or waitress next time I come. So luckily we've had, over the course of 31 years, we've been blessed to have some really good employees, right? So that all starts with how you receive them, though, and how you teach them and how you train them.
Yeah.
And that all starts with the culture that my father put in this restaurant. He's the one who imprinted that kind of feeling in here. Like, my dad was the type of person that would hug you at the door, shake your hand, give you a kiss on the cheek, right? He'd
Yeah.
receive you like family because,
Yeah.
I mean, we want you guys to feel like family. And I think that's like a dying art in the industry where,
Yeah.
you know, where people, you barely have managers that come up and ask, well, how's your food? How's it going? How's your experience? How's it going today? No, it's just, well, how are you? What would you like to eat?
Yeah.
What would you like to drink? Are
Yeah.
you done? Okay,
Yeah.
have a nice day. No, it's not like, hey guys, what brings you in? You know, start conversation. And we have some employees that have been working for many years. And I say, you have people that have been working here or dining here 20 years, 15, 10. You don't receive them just, hi, what would you like to drink? What can you have to drink? Bye, see you later, bye. No. It's, how are you guys? Welcome back. What's going on? Where were you guys? Were you guys on vacation? I haven't seen you in a couple weeks. How's your dog doing? How's that doing? Because it creates a personal touch. And that's something both our restaurants have been known for. And you can even see it on the reviews and how we treat you. They're very personal. It's a great experience. Very family friendly, right? Because that's how I believe society over the past 30 years has been, and we're forgetting, I think. And I know I'm sidetracking here, but
No, but it's true, and it needs to
something-
be said.
I think that's something that's dying. I think we got to continue to change it. I think managers and floor managers and GMs and everything should be more on hands with their customers, because now we're getting sidetracked by this. That's it, right? So this is that.
We and you could check our reviews and all when we do our things, and I preach this, and she's gonna roll her eyes because she hears it so many times.
No, but it's the personal touch.
And I
yeah.
always say, I could look at you, and there's about 5 or 6 other restaurants in Broward that I could look at and name, and people will know who they are, and they're very successful, and they all have one thing in common: owner/manager involvement.
Yeah.
The owner's there.
Gotta
The
be.
manager's there at the door. There's a restaurant, and again, I don't want to name names or anything, but there's a restaurant that we know that the owner, very successful restaurant, sits at the door. He's the maitre d'. Before he seats a table, we see him go and check the table to make sure it's set correctly, and then go to the door. 10 minutes later, the people come for the reservation. He seats them.
Yep.
Now think about this. This is someone that's been in business over 30 years. Okay, he's the owner. The place is bought, paid, very upscale. He doesn't have to do that,
No.
but he does, and that's what makes the place successful.
Pride of
You're
ownership.
here.
Loves it.
You're
He
here.
loves it, yeah.
Proud of-
You're here.
yeah.
That's the thing. It's the owner involvement. A lot of people think, let me open a restaurant, put someone there, and I've gone through this 100 times where I call it the Chili's mentality. You walk in, and you got the 2 young girls at the front desk, and they give you the look because you just interrupted the conversation.
Yeah.
Then they take the 3 menus and they throw it on the table, and they tell you, your waiter will be with you in a minute. They got a Bible of drinks here that you have to go through to figure out what drink you want, but you don't got a chance because the waiter comes over and says, what do you have to drink? You didn't even sit.
See?
What do you have to drink?
Yeah.
Not knowing you're blowing your tip, but that's
That's
a whole
another
that's a whole nother
another
thing.
conversation altogether.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're talking
And then
about
Yeah.
we have a series we did called the Pet Peeves. And my biggest pet peeve is the how's everything. How's everything to me is that's the obligatory BS. I've been in corporate. This isn't corporate, so you haven't seen this. I've seen it where they have it on the door of the kitchen, and it says check table in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
What if they didn't start their food?
Correct.
It's we've had issues where her food went back, and I'm sitting here with a plate, and the guy comes in, how's everything?
Go.
Well, her food went back.
I'm sitting here waiting for
I'm
her
sitting-
food to come
yeah.
out.
So I mean,
Yeah, we'd like to eat together.
there's a whole process of that, and again, I've seen it in places, and then they come back after the how's everything, and you said this, they come back. Here's your check.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like,
How are you doing,
come
Mike?
in, sit down, eat, and get the hell out. I hate that.
It's all about turning tables, turning tables,
Yeah,
turning
this
tables.
is
But
not
where's
the
my
place
where's
for
my
that.
coffee?
This place here,
where's my dessert?
Yeah.
Where's my
Oh,
interaction?
we've gotten our check without dessert.
Yes.
Yeah, they didn't even ask you.
They didn't even ask.
No.
Yes.
No, that's the number one question.
Do I look too fat? Is that what the problem
No.
is?
And I can tell you, here, we come here, we get the cuatro leche.
Yeah.
Everything.
Oh, yeah.
The
Guatemala is probably my favorite dessert. Oh, that and the lava cake now. Because we have lava cake.
I haven't had lava cake
The
yet.
cuatro leches is.
No, the
Another
cuatro
cuatro
leches is what I come
I'm
here
always
for.
going on
Oh, we
the
have
cuatro.
churros now too. The churros is very good. Churros are very good. That's a big hit.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Oh my
Say
God.
that, cuatro leches,
With-
fried ice cream and churros. Ooh.
I was gonna say, but the churros, do you serve them with hot chocolate?
We do actually Nutella or chocolate. We can do chocolate if you don't like Nutella. Some people don't like the hazelnut, so they'll opt in for the chocolate, which we have Hershey's chocolate syrup here, right? And we also offer dulce de leche.
That's how it's done. Yes. Are you listening?
It's very good. But to go back to what you're saying, I think small mom and pop businesses are becoming fewer and fewer. So the people that do go out to them, I think as advice, go to support them, because now we're seeing more corporate level restaurants or management owned restaurants that are owned by multiple investors, right?
Right.
So, and they don't have the same touch like in mom and pops. So the reason why we're able to do what we are doing right now is because we're a small mom and pop. I am able to be here. My mom is able to be in this location, the other location as well. Family is allowed to be here because we have the opportunity to do so right now. But sometimes people look at this solely as in profit. I know my family and myself don't take this just as in profit. We actually care about the name and the customers, here, like the community. So I think that's what does make a big difference with mom and pops and management restaurants is that we will go the extra mile to ask, how is your day going? You know, where have you guys been? It's been a few weeks since I haven't seen you. What's going on? You know,
I
those
remember
things.
coming in and the girl had just started.
Oh,
Our server had just started
Yes.
like that week.
Jamie, I remember Jamie. Yeah.
Yes,
Jamie.
and she told us all about where she came from and what she's doing and what she plans to do and how much she enjoys this, that, and the other. Oh my God, she was amazing! What a doll!
Yeah.
She hugged us on the way in. She hugged us on the way out.
Yeah.
We
But
exchanged
see that
so
right there,
much
and I'm
love.
going to the camera. See, that's called a memorable experience.
Yeah.
That's not.
Yeah, and especially
here's
for me,
your
I don't
menu,
remember
what do you
anything.
want?
So-
I can't remember what I ate yesterday. I can't
Yeah.
remember what I
Yeah.
had for breakfast.
Yeah.
But I remember Jamie, and I remember that experience because it was so loving, so kind, so
Yeah.
sweet, and so just extemporaneous. It was flowing.
And I think you'll find that more in family-owned businesses, small mom and pop ones.
Yeah.
Because we actually care. It's not
Well,
just
yeah.
about going through the flow, clocking in and clocking out.
And that's right through management. See,
Yeah.
I believe, and
Yeah.
again, this what we're doing here is part of what I call my battle. We don't do corporate. We don't do corporate. And I firmly believe that all this stuff you see corporate wise, they're gonna lose
Yeah.
because they are profit driven.
Oriented, yeah.
They're profit driven, and when prices go up, what do? Cut. What do they do with labor? Cut. What do they do with everything? Cut. And people are smart. And work is hard. Money's hard to come by. And when you got a choice to give the money to a local family that's going to take care of you and be there, or do you go to I'm just making a name up, Tony's fast food place, who tomorrow will have a new manager. Next week we'll have 6 new people in the kitchen. You know, every time you go, there's going to be somebody different.
And take in mind too, a lot of the staff members here are local community people that are also being supported by this restaurant.
Exactly.
There you
It's
go.
a
So
circle of life.
that's the whole
it.
thing.
So
Yeah.
It's a circle, and that's what I said. I don't think this corporate fad, and they're killing each other. You see it. I know you see the chains
They're,
go
they're
down.
eating each
Oh, yeah.
other.
They're
Are you
killing each
kidding
other.
me?
Yeah, yeah.
They're swallowing each other. They're closing up everywhere. You know, and it's because they're profit driven.
well, their margins are getting tighter and tighter. That's the
Yeah.
thing. And they're making decisions based by their accountant, not their real life decisions.
Exactly.
I mean, if we close our doors, that's it. You know, our life's not done, but you know, that's what we made a living with. This is what we make a living with, right? This is it. So we count on every little thing here.
Well, that's the other problem I see a lot. You guys, your family has the right mold. It's a living. This is your life. You have your home, you have your house, you have your family, but this is your living. A lot of people go into this and are like, I want to open a restaurant and be a millionaire.
Yeah.
Well, good luck with that. Good luck with that.
There's a few steps you got to take before you
because,
reach
again,
that.
first of all, to do that, there's so many intricate things. Location is one, clientele is another. You know, and we've seen it. I'll be frank, right here in Las Olas. Las Olas outpriced themselves.
Yeah.
What was it last month? I think 7 restaurants closed.
Yeah. I mean, that's a tough industry to be in,
Yeah,
especially
but
there.
They're killing each other. Though. They
Yeah.
are. I mean, one restaurant we saw, they had a check average $600.
Wow.
How do you maintain that? You can't.
That's a
maintain
lot of
it.
ball players.
But you can't maintain that.
Yeah. I mean, that's why they say 98% of businesses that open they close within the first year. That's it. 90. I think it's like the highest
Yeah.
failing industry
Yeah,
in the
it
world.
is.
But I believe
It
though
is.
it's the people. It's not the industry.
It's the people.
Because
It's
I've
100%
seen,
people.
well, no, I've seen it, and we've talked this to other people. Is I've seen an Italian restaurant go out of business. 2 months later, an Italian restaurant opens, and I'll say, "What do you? Oh, no one's had my sauce. Okay, they close. What opens next? Another Italian. I'm like, yeah, that'll be closed.
Yeah.
It's like, how do you open something in a place where it's the exact same thing?
And it's getting tougher and tougher.
And you'd have to think, hey, you know what? Maybe change it up. You know, I mean, but some people they're ego driven. You know, no one's had my whatever.
It's getting tougher and tougher.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, as I know it's like people moving in, people coming to Florida. As the more businesses pop up and pop up and pop up, I think it's harder and harder to stay open with a restaurant because there's so much saturation in the market right now.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is. I mean, there's so much now. I think you guys can see from this city.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Mexican There's a lot of Asian fusion. Now there's a lot of Italian.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
unless you have a name, right? Some will make it and some will not make it, unfortunately. I think it's I think it's tougher to survive in this genre. Not stopping you from doing it. I think you should pursue your dream. If you want to open a restaurant, do it,
Yeah.
right?
Absolutely.
But know what you're doing, right? So I think you don't necessarily need a name to be in this industry. You just gotta want to be in it,
Yeah.
right?
And you got to serve the people who are going to come in. You have to know what they want,
Correct.
what they need,
Correct.
how they want it.
Correct.
Because if you don't have those little things, and I know
Yeah.
they're little things, but they make the business flow. They
Correct.
make everything happen for you.
And the only reason, the
And
only
you
way
know how
that
to
is
do
that-
it.
Yeah, you gotta be in it. Even with me, like I was kind of when my dad passed away unexpectedly, right? So I could have either sank the ship, continue sailing with the ship,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. You
So,
got to
you
make
know,
up your mind. Yeah,
Yeah, I could have easily driven this place down the drain.
yeah,
Right.
I could have.
yeah. Oh, you could have closed the door and said, "Dad's
Yeah.
not here. It's not the
I
same."
could have done
for
everything.
me."
I could have,
Yeah.
just half-fasted it.
Yeah.
Let employees take over and collect. But I didn't know. So you gotta. I think the biggest, most important thing you gotta take in this industry is wanting to be in it, because when you're in it, you'll hear feedback. You'll know your rhythm. You know the movement. You know the heartbeat. You'll know the pulse. And always listen, take advice from anybody out there, and learn, adjust, and correct. That's it.
Yep.
And you'll go far as a restaurant producer. You'll go far. Listen,
true.
learn, adjust, correct, and you'll go far.
That's it. Yeah,
That's it.
yeah. My favorite word, pivot.
Pivot, yeah, too.
Yeah.
That's my
Yeah.
favorite word.
You gotta adjust.
The other one that's one of my favorite is when you grow something, you have to do it organically. It has to happen naturally.
Naturally.
You can't just boost it.
No.
No.
You can't throw money at it.
No.
That doesn't work.
Yeah, we've seen that. We've seen that with places where they just throw
Yeah.
money at it, and I mean, we were with a place. They're out of business now, but they were
Yes.
throwing money.
Yes.
And I'm like sitting here like,
What the?
you have 6 people at your grand opening.
Or there'll be beautiful looking restaurants. I've been
Yeah,
in the
I've seen
food
that
subpar,
too.
in the food
Yeah,
subpar. The
yeah,
food's like,
it's- it's
what you guys,
gorgeous,
what you guys do?
yes.
The decor's great, but you would have invested in like a good food quality or
Yeah.
a chef or something. You know?
Or if you had known what the people in this area actually wanted to eat,
Exactly,
you know,
exactly.
that would help
I've
a
seen
little.
that before. I've seen.
Yeah.
But that's the beauty of it. It's what keeps me going.
Yeah.
You know. So I mean, you see people come in, come out. You see your competition come in.
Yeah.
How can you adjust? How can you work together? How can you not? Keeps me going. I love the challenge of this industry. That's what makes me keep going. Actually, it's the challenges of this industry.
Adrenaline junkie.
It is. It's a daily challenge.
It's a daily
Yeah.
challenge.
And you never
Even
know
now,
what the challenge is going
even
to
now
be.
to this
It's
day.
always a surprise. And sometimes a little bit of a shock.
Yeah.
But it also brings you back to, wait a minute, basics.
Yeah.
That's not working. I have to fix it. I don't know how to fix it. Hang on. Let me step
Great.
back.
Yeah.
Let's see if anybody here knows what's going on. Has anybody faced this problem?
Mm-hmm.
You'd be surprised.
It's
And
a
that's
lot.
what it's all about. Just,
Cold Springs is a tough city to stay open in.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are very judgmental critics, and we have very good food critics that live in the city too, and they'll let you know right away. They'll let you know right away if you're not doing good.
yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
they'll publish it. Yeah, no,
So you know darn well you're doing the right
Yeah.
thing. We're so happy for
Yeah.
you,
Thank you,
really,
thank you, thank
really,
you.
Marko. It's
And I love
it's a
seeing you guys over
pleasure.
the course of now like 2 years. I'm seeing you guys more frequently. I love it. You guys have been coming here, but I've become more personable with you guys. I know you guys
Yeah.
dine back with my father and everything. and
Yes,
everything,
yes.
but getting to know you a little bit more has been a pleasure.
Thank you.
And you know, I mean, like,
Thank you.
just for us, we don't ever ask for anything.
No, no, no.
Yeah. I
Hands
just
down
want
the
that to
nicest
be
people
known.
ever.
Yeah, we don't, yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
Haven't asked you for a single penny.
Ever.
Ever.
No.
Ever. Love you guys.
No. No, we just want to give you love.
Yeah.
So, let's go back to where can you be found?
Oh, yeah.
The 2 locations.
Okay, so we're located in Cold Springs, which is about 20 minutes south of Boca Raton and about 15 minutes north of like Sawgrass Mall, that area. Right?
Okay, yeah.
So we're we're off the Turnpike. So if you go down to University off Sawgrass, you'll find us, right? And we have 2 locations. One on 2153 North University Drive, right, Cold Springs, Florida. Another one off of Wiles, which is 4625 North University Drive. But you can find all that information on our website, which is www.elmariachimexican.com. And we do have 2 Instagrams too that will keep you updated on the latest events and the latest happy hours and the latest food specials, our lunch specials, dinner specials, whatever we have. Which we have two. We operate them on two different pages. You'll find us at here. This location will be El Mariachi Restaurant at Royal Palm, right? And the other one will be El Mariachi Restaurant at Wiles Road.
And I'll put that on the bottom of all the video links.
Yeah.
So you find us there.
Links. Yeah.
And we're open 7 days a week from 11 to when God tells us to close.
All right. That works.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
Anything you want to add, or?
I do appreciate your guys' time for coming here and taking time with me
Thank
and
you.
helping us out too, because all this does help out 100%. To the viewers out there, thank you for tuning in. You best people ever, love them. Continue to follow them, like, subscribe, do whatever you got to do, because this is a movement that I believe they're creating to be very big, and they have bigger and better things in store for you.
And thank you for helping us.
No.
Because every time we ask you for advice, you're always there for
Always,
us. And
always.
we
I
do
will be
appreciate
here.
it.
So-
Yes.
And advice. We started our newsletter.
Yes.
October 1st was the first one.
Ooh.
Yes.
So November 1st, the next one's coming out.
Hey,
And
Mariachis.
who was the inspiration?
You were the
Marko,
inspiration
thank
for
you,
that.
thank you, yeah.
It was a conversation that we
yeah.
had, and you mentioned.
You had said
You
something
just
to me.
threw
like,
it out
you had
there.
said something to me. You said to me, "Why don't you just do this yourself?"
Yes.
Yes.
In my head, I said, "You know what? I've been doing this for everybody.
Yeah. It was a seed.
Let me do this for myself." So
It was
I
a seed
decided-
you threw out.
You threw it out. You
And
were walking
he
out.
And I
watered
think it's
it.
going to be bigger and better
Yes.
than anything you've ever done.
Yeah.
I
yeah,
know
it's-
it. I can feel it.
Already, what was it? 200 people signed up in the first
Let me just.
Couple of
5
days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's incredible. I think this movement you guys are starting is incredible. I really do.
I just want to
It's
get
exciting.
everybody closer.
Exciting.
And everybody uniting. That's what I want.
Well, nobody really knows
It's beautiful.
the inside sometimes of a certain restaurant. You guys always eat, but they never get to see
Well, that's the purpose.
the
Yeah,
person
that's the
behind it,
purpose.
right?
Right.
So-
That's the purpose of
Right.
And
it.
I know you guys have had some special guests,
Yep.
and I have a couple special guests lined up. So I'm interested in seeing those myself. So because I mean, I think it's always a cool thing to see what goes on behind
Yeah.
closed doors.
Yep.
So,
Very important.
So anyway.
So
you know,
I'm going to say goodbye
button it
and
up.
thank you so much. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to share, because that's what helps the algo.
please share. Please share.
Cinco de Mayo. We'll be here.
Cinco de Drinko.
And
Yes.
Cinco de Drinko.
Cinco de
Yeah.
Drinko.
So
Yeah.
as always, enjoy, and we'll see you there.
Have a great one.
Bye.
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 En el barrio La Cachimba se ha formado la corredera. En el barrio La Cachimba se ha formado la corredera. Allá fueron los bomberos con sus campanas, sus sirenas. Allí fueron